And girl, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. The last thing I would do, as in this is my last living moment, he's about to eat me kind of thing. All right, this question is going to be a little bit tough to answer. She says, based on general knowledge, which Disney princess do I prefer? And give you a psychological makeup of DeeVine DeeZine. I don't know. The next question was very good. Could I start my own church or take over an existing church by my title or by my education, by my licensing, however you want to look at that question? And the answer is yes, absolutely. I am a licensed ordained minister with the Assemblies of God, and I could start a church tomorrow if I wanted to, or I could apply, try out, however you want to term that, if there was a church around us that had a vacancy that was looking for a pastor, and if it was something that I thought that would be beneficial to my family and myself as far as God's call. So yes, I could absolutely pastor a church and start a church and all of that kind of stuff if I were to so feel that that's what God was asking me to do. All right, the next question was, obviously she has read some of my blogs. I do have a couple of blogs. I have the one that you guys are familiar with DeeVine DeeZine, but I also do have a blog at DeenaRoseMinistries.wordpress.com. I'll have that listed for you guys below too if you want to check it out. And I believe on that blog, I have like over 700 articles now that I have written on just daily devotionals that I've posted. I posted some blogs on some different type of subjects concerning spiritual growth. It's all listed there. But her question was if I could write a piece of work that was based on ecclesiastical perspective or a Christian type book, what would that subject be? I actually have a couple of books that I'm working on. One of them I have already gotten like through the first chapter, and that is my goal in the next little while to get that one finished. So I'm not going to tell you the subject yet because I don't want that to get out before I'm finished with it, but definitely be looking hopefully in the near future because there just might be a book available for you. The next part of that question was, what would I consider writing about that is secular? And I guess probably just to go along with the DeeVine DeeZine blog, that it would probably just be about couponing and being frugal with your money and trying to get the best deal possible to help you steward your money well. Obviously, I do like to write about product reviews to help people get the best bang for their buck, or what I feel is a good bargain. Those kind of things I probably would continue to write about since I've already started that. All right, the next question that she had is, what would I title my autobiography? If I were to write my own life story, I probably would title it A Little Bit of Crazy and a Whole Lot of Love. The next question was, if I were going to be attending an event where everyone was wearing the color brown, including my husband, would I wear brown or would I wear any color I wanted, and what color would it be? Well, if the invitation was specific that it asked for brown attire, then naturally I would comply and wear the brown attire. But if there was no restriction or no request made, you could wear whatever you want, it's just that most of the people wore brown, and girl, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear because brown is definitely not one of my favorite colors in fashion, so I wouldn't probably choose brown. What color would I choose? Well, obviously, you know, I go for bold and bright. Not real sure what color, probably something in the blue family or pink family, but just kind of probably depended on what the occasion was. The next one goes along with that. What is my least favorite color to wear? I don't really particularly care for brown, although I do have several brown items. I think it probably depends on the tone of brown, really. I'm not so sure. I love to wear orange because I do like orange. My favorite football team, the Gators, have orange, but I'm not so sure really that orange probably is one of my best colors, if that makes sense to you. Like, I love my orange lipsticks and everything in my coral family, but I wouldn't necessarily say that that may be one of the best colors for me. So it might have to be a toss-up between the orange and the brown. This one is kind of fun. If I had the opportunity to star in a local commercial, what item would I sell? Trying to think locally what all businesses we have here. I probably would want to star in some type of jewelry commercial because I love jewelry, girl. It is so pretty. So probably on a local level, that's probably definitely what it would be. The next one is if I could star in a national commercial, what would I sell? I think if I were going to be like in a national commercial, it would be a toss-up between jewelry and lipstick. I don't really have the lips to be a lipstick model, but I love lipstick. It is my favorite cosmetic item, so I think it would be fun to do a lipstick commercial. But if they didn't hire me because my lips aren't that great, then jewelry would still be my answer. All right, this is a fun one. What is the last thing that I would do if I encountered her brother's 24-foot snake that is missing at the moment? 24-foot snake. Now I gotta understand this question, because do you mean what is the last thing I would do, as in this is my last living moment, he's about to eat me kind of thing? Or do you mean what is the last thing I would do, as in what's the first thing I would do? If it was the last thing, as in I'm about to die kind of thing, then I would have to tell my family that I love them. And if they weren't standing anywhere near me, I would try to scribble it out on the bark of a tree or something, just to let them know that I loved them. That's what I probably would go out doing. If it was the last thing I would do, as in what would be the first thing I would do? The last thing I would do, try to pet it. No way, I'm running out of there, like, see you later. The next question is, if I had to wear a uniform every day, what would it look like? It would need to be very, very comfortable. So the pants would be something along the line of a yoga pant type thing, probably a capri. I wouldn't necessarily want to wear shorts or long pants here in Florida, but something on the cooler side. And I would want a shirt that had zebra print outlined in a hot fuchsia pink. I think if I had to wear a uniform every day, that's what I would choose. And the next part of that was, don't forget about the shoes. The shoes would definitely be a beautiful, bright fuchsia pink flip-flop, because that way, no matter what I was doing and where I was going, I could stay comfortable and cool, and it would incorporate that beautiful fuchsia color and still go well with the comfort of my uniform. All right, the next question is a fun one. If every single thing I owned had to be the same color, but it was a glittery form of that color, then what would it be? That's a real hard one, because some things that I like in the teal, I wouldn't necessarily like those in the pink, and some things that I like in pink, I wouldn't necessarily like those in the teal. So if I had to choose, like every single thing was the same color and it was just a glittery gorgeousness of that color, I think I would have to go with silver, because I do love silver. I love that a lot to accent with, and silver looks good on just about everything, and it's so bright and shiny when it's glittering in the light. All right, this question is going to be a little bit tough to answer. She says, based on general knowledge, which Disney princess do I prefer? I don't keep up with Disney. I don't watch the Disney movies. I know we live so close to Disney World, but it's definitely not something that we're into. So I don't really know, because I don't know. I know the princesses by name, and I know them by sight if we're in a store. Well, most of them. Some of them I don't even know by their name, but I don't really think that I could pick one because I don't know enough about their characters, so I don't have an answer for that one. And to go in line with that, her next question was, based on general knowledge, which Disney princess is closely related to my personality? In other words, which one do I feel like I'm most alike? Again, I don't know because I don't know enough about them. So you guys tell me, answer down below. If you are really into Disney and know the Disney princesses really well, just based on seeing me in the videos and through the vlogs, who do you think I'm most like? I'd be curious to know what you guys think. Okay, the next question is, as a Floridian, how often do we as a family enjoy the beach? We enjoy the beach as often as we can because I love the beach. I love the ocean. I love the sand. I love the breeze. I love the sun. I actually love the Gulf Coast beaches a lot better than the Atlantic side, to be honest with you, but I love all the beaches, doesn't matter, just get me to the sand and the surf, absolutely. I especially love it at night. We don't get there as frequently as we would like. We are about an hour and 15 minutes away from the closest beach because we are kind of very central location here in the States. So we do have to drive about an hour and 15 minutes to get to the beach. So it's not nearly as often as we would like to, but every chance we get, yes, we do head over there to enjoy the ocean. Next question is very interesting. If I were going to have a permanent nail polish applied that could not be removed, what color or design or combination of colors would I choose? That is a tough one because you guys know the channel really got started with my nail art design. I love nail art and nail polish. You've seen my collection, and if you haven't, I'll have it linked below if you want to. But oh wow, I don't know that I could choose. Again, I guess I would have to go along with something silver and shiny with lots of bling. I would definitely have the flat back jewels on there and just have pure awesome deliciousness on these nails. That's what I would have to go with. This one is a very interesting question, and I'm not real sure how I can answer this one, but it was, if an emotion came into my home, what would it be? What would it look like, smell like, taste like, and feel like? I think if an emotion came into this house, it would be the emotion of joy, happiness, laughter. That's what I would want to reside here the most. And I think that I would want it to smell like Vanilla Bean Noel from Bath and Body Works. Oh, it is just delicious. I could have the whole house smelling like that. I would want it to taste, though, not like a vanilla. I would want it to taste like a virgin pina colada because I love nata coladas, you guys. I love them. So I would like for it to taste like that. I would love for it to feel just warm and cozy and inviting. And what would it look like? It would just look like pure sheer ecstasy, just the biggest smiles and the heartiest of laughters that there could be. That's the emotion that would be welcome here. All right, the next question is, what is my favorite brand of cocoa? You guys know I love a good hot cocoa and cookies after all. I think in my favorite brand, again, this one is tough because there are a lot of good cocoa powders out there. There really are. I think it really just depends on how you mix it and how you make it. But I guess if I could only buy one brand, it would either have to be Hershey's or Ghirardelli. The next one is, what is my favorite type of cookies? Hands down, no doubt about it, a super delicious, hot, home-baked chocolate chip cookies with the big chocolate chunks. And the last question is, how are a hummingbird and a paper cutter alike? The only thing that I can think of that those two have in common would be their swiftness. Because when you use a paper cutter, it's fast. It just cuts through real fast. And little hummingbirds are definitely fast. You've got to see them quickly and then they flutter away. Their little wings go so fast. I guess it would have to be the swiftness. All right, and so that concludes part 2. These were some fun and very interesting questions. Some questions that might give you a look inside my little brain and give you a psychological makeup of DeeVine DeeZine. I don't know. All right, I want to thank Daisy for submitting these questions. She sent all of these to me via email, and I enjoyed answering them for you guys. Definitely don't forget to go over and check out part 1. If you submitted some questions to the Q&A, then yours might be answered in part 1. I want to thank all of you so very much for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.